The American principle that no one is above the law was reaffirmed. They found Donald Trump guilty on all 34 felony counts. Now he'll be given the opportunity, as he should, to appeal that decision just like everyone else has that opportunity. That's how the American system of justice works. And it's reckless, it's dangerous, it's irresponsible for anyone to say this was rigged just because they don't like the verdict.
Hello friends, in this video, Bill O'Reilly made an argument here that I will say, I don't know if too many people are saying it like this, because he's actually giving an advice to the Biden administration about the importance of doing things in a way to bring the country together, okay? Donald Trump, 34 counts, charged, is now called a convicted felon. And then Biden has an opportunity now, and this is what Bill O'Reilly is arguing, to either bring the people together by forgiving Donald Trump and also to forgive his son Biden. I thought that was amazing because not too many people are speaking about this issue in this way, especially with all the animosity and all the craziness we got going on in our country and all of this divisiveness, if I may say, for a lack of word. It's just that being able to come and bring the country together and put away the division and everything, that is something that I don't hear too many people advocating for. So this is amazing. So let's take a listen to that. First of all, I don't think in any way he's asking for Trump to beg for mercy. Trump was on a video recently and said that he's ready to die and even go to prison for his country to protect the Constitution.
He wants to put me in jail, and that could happen one day, and I'd be very proud to go to jail for our Constitution, because what he's doing is so unconstitutional. He wants to put me in jail.
So he's not afraid of going to jail for believing what he believes, okay? And that could actually happen. If they could find him guilty for 34 different charges, trumped up charges, I think anything else is possible, right? Anything is possible. Now, let's move on. Bill O'Reilly is going to make this argument. I'm going to sit back and enjoy the show because what he is saying here, I'll tell you what, it does make a lot of sense. Now, is this ever going to happen? I highly doubt it, but we can only hope for it, right?
Why? Now, what should happen in this country? What is the best thing for the United States of America? I wrote a message of the day on BillO'Reilly.com, and I really hope you go every morning and read it. It's not complicated. Tomorrow, President Joe Biden, who will return to the White House for the first time this week to see the Kansas City Chiefs, okay, before he sees the football team, Super Bowl winners, he should pardon Donald Trump of any and all crimes, okay? And then the next day, Saturday, he can pardon Hunter Biden. And he can say in both cases, enough. All of this is not helping our republic. This elevates Biden, okay? It puts him into Gerald Ford category. You remember, Ford pardoned Nixon for Watergate crimes, which were 1,000 times worse than falsifying business records. And so were the Clinton situation on Lewinsky. It was much worse. The breach, that whole thing, the lying to the American people about it, much worse than falsifying business records. And I'm sure you would agree. If you don't, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, let me know. But come on. And when you read Confronting the Presidents and see what our past chief executives did, this Trump thing is minuscule. So Biden should say, enough. If Biden did that, he might very well win in November. Because people would go, whoa, he's putting the country above himself. Yes, he's got a motive with Hunter, okay, but we all know what Hunter did. We all know there's no subterfuge about Hunter Biden in the gun charge and the other stuff. Okay, now the money thing, that gets a little more dicey there. But he's not charged there yet. He's charged with income tax evasion. So Biden will not do my suggestion, which, by the way, I haven't seen anywhere else in this country. I'm bragging, but that's why you watch and listen to me. Well, he should issue a blanket pardon on Donald Trump tomorrow and a selected pardon on Hunter Biden on Saturday. Then that takes away a lot of the animus from the debate in June. Because Biden's going to march in there having done Trump a favor. Whether Trump knows it or not, I don't know. And if Trump goes at Biden, you can just make a joke out of it. Say, so, well, you know, try to do something nice. You know how you do it. But Biden will never do it. And the reason is he doesn't put his country first.
There we go.
He doesn't. He puts himself first. You can make that argument about Donald Trump, too. You can make it. But can you imagine if tomorrow Biden said, enough of this, I don't want Americans hating each other? Because there may be violence. Could be. I know when Robert De Niro went out there, De Niro wanted to punch somebody's lights out.
Mercy.
And vice versa. And now, with this Trump conviction, the MAGA people, the most of the 70 million people who voted for Trump, they believe this whole thing is BS, just as Trump said.
Exactly.
They firmly believe it.
Yep.
I believe it. And I'm not a MAGA person. This case would have not been brought in 45 out of the 50 states. Wouldn't have happened. The feds declined. They could have brought it. This is such a miscarriage of justice, but we don't have justice anymore in America, particularly in New York State. Because I live here, I know. There is no justice in this state. None. Contracts don't matter. Ideology rules the bench. It's who you are, not what you did. It's crazy. Poor people have no chance. If you're attacked by somebody and accused by somebody, you better have hundreds of thousands of dollars to defend yourself. Because if you don't, you're not even going to get a lawyer. That's how it is in New York State.
Mercy.
So we got a lot of problems in this country. And this thing in Manhattan, and just for a second, think about Putin, Xi, the mullahs in Tehran, Hamas. Think about them all. They're just laughing at us. Falsifying business records?
Mercy.
Putin's stolen hundreds of billions of dollars. He's the richest man in the world. Xi will have you executed in 20 minutes. Falsifying business records? So some shakedown doesn't get public before the election? Is that what you're telling me? They're laughing at us. So I know Biden's not going to do it. If he did, I would gain a measure of respect for him, even though he's the second worst president in history, next to James Buchanan. I would, if he did it, just like Ford. Ford put his whole presidential campaign on the line by pardoning Nixon, but it was the right thing to do to stop the madness that emanated out of the Vietnam War and Watergate. And Ford was a hero for doing it, as you'll see in confronting the presidents. But Biden, I'd be shocked. Shocked. Now, he better be careful, Biden, because he's got to make a statement about this, or says he's going to, using the White House as a backdrop. You got to be careful. Okay, because the appeal process is still in place. This could be reversed totally on appeal, and Trump would be then not guilty. Yep. Keep that in mind. And Biden got to be careful. But Biden, it's a whole different world there. Again, I covered Romney and Obama. I covered McCain and Obama. It wasn't this kind of hatred. On both parts, they hate each other. I'd be surprised if there's a handshake on that debate coming up in June. probably will be, but boy, they loathe each other. Anyway.
You know, I really appreciate what he just did here and just the intent of trying to bring the people to get a country together to see if there's a way that Biden would humble himself and, you know, do something that nobody's expecting him to do, right? But we live in reality. That's not going to happen. It's not just because of Joe Biden is a bad guy. That might be true. That is true. I think the people who are really behind Biden will never allow him to do that. They've been trying to get Trump for so long. This is their opportunity. There is no way they will surrender by being merciful, by offering forgiveness. No. The level of hatred that there is for Trump today, it's just not going to happen. Only God forgives in situations like this. I don't think men could do it. I don't think we're at a point in our country where this is possible anymore. We've like they said, we've crossed over the Rubicon. We are not in a position where in any way this is something we should even hope for. It would be nice. But let's be honest, friends, it's not going to happen. Again, the country is divided, but there's a way. Biden has the power to unite us with one single choice. He could bring everything to an end right here, right now. Yeah. But that's not going to happen. We can only hope for it. But the Bible does tell us, however, this is something we should strive for. We should strive to have a forgiving heart toward those who either have wronged us. And this is how you bring people together right here. Let all bitterness and wrath and evil speaking and anger, let all bitterness and wrath and anger and clamor and evil speaking be put away from you with all malice. Be ye kind one to another, tenderhearted, forgiving one another, even as God for Christ's sake has forgiven you. That's what God wants us to do, because the Lord has been good to you and I. We should really have a forgiving heart. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy. We should have a forgiving heart toward those who are in the wrong. But we're talking about politics here. We're talking about 2024. We're talking about unelected bureaucrats behind the scene. We're talking about Republicans and Democrats in this season. It's a different worldview. The animosity is out of control. The woke ideology is behind that. Wars are happening, bloodsheds, and so on. Biden doesn't have the guts, nor the integrity, nor the humility to do it. And the people that are handling Biden will not allow this to happen. There's no way. Kiss that dream goodbye. And I'm a man who loves the idea of forgiveness. I'm a Christian. I believe in forgiving people. Just put it behind us and just move on. You know what I'm saying? Just hug each other. I'm all about that. As a matter of fact, to be a Christian, God has to forgive you. You have to accept the forgiveness of God. But to think that Biden is going to do so at this level of tension in our society, with all the animosity and confusion and division in our country, friends, it will be a miracle. I really appreciate what Bill O'Reilly is saying here, but you and I both know it's not America first. Biden is not America first, and we cannot hope for this. But it's a good idea. It's a good thought, right? That's why I thought it's good to share that. And again, I really appreciate the intent. But let's be real. You and I both know that is not going to happen. Like and subscribe to the page. Click the bell icon for more. If you enjoyed this video, share your thought with me. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.